Okay, so, presumably we are currently live. Yes, we do appear to currently be live. That is nice. Okay, so, as you might notice, there has been a slight change since the last video, in that the start I'd made on rebuilding the bridge is all gone, and also I upgraded a bunch of the tracks around here to more modern tracks, because that's the main reason I deleted the bridge in the first place, was to modernize the tracks. But anyway, so the reason that I re-deleted the bridge is because I realized what part of the reason was that I'd been having so much trouble last time. So I realized that the issue, like, I'd originally had a 4-track bridge with the big X in the middle. Now, a bunch of traffic was being forcibly funneled through that center X, which was effectively acting like a bit of one-way of single track and just blocking everything up. So I realized that what I needed to do to solve that, if I can get this to actually go back in again, because I was actually messing around with this a little bit before the stream started. But I did make a backup of the successful one that I pulled off, so I completely, or most of it. I didn't manage the whole thing, but I got most of it done successfully. And so if I screw this up, I can pull that up. If I don't, yeah. So anyway, yeah, I do have a backup plan for if I screw this up again, but hopefully I won't. But anyway, yeah, but yeah, I realized though that if I first put in that side, going, basically both tracks going here to these two tracks, because that is the lowest bit, which makes it the hardest to hook up into. So if I can get that one in first, and I start with that, and you can see I've got plenty of space here, although most of those are going to wind up getting gotten rid of because of switching. But if I start with that, and then I start putting in the other stuff, that just, it makes it a lot easier to get it to actually not fail horribly. Yeah, and another thing that I realized is, rather than just chucking this in and hoping I get something ship passable, if I do still run the bridge quad track out to, where was it that it put in that nice, there. If I run it quad tracked out to a little before there, actually, it puts in, come on, get rid of that, there we go. If I run it out to just there, it puts in that nice arch right there that is ship passable, and that is now a thing that exists. And so I'm guaranteed to have that at least little bit of ship passable, no matter what stupidness the other pillars do. And then, let's see, so I also started with this one, because over here, this is the one that's harder to get in nicely. And if this goes as well as it did the last time, yeah, this kind of just goes in, and it goes in pretty nicely. I mean, you still obviously get, you know, some of the, oh, come on, no, you went in nicely last time. But, I mean, you obviously still get, like, some of the clipping there, but you can get the clipping out from there, which is nice. Oh, come on, you went in for there for a moment. Yeah, sometimes doing it like, there we go. I mean, we have, you know, that little bit of ugly clipping, but unfortunately there's not much you can do about that. That's just a facet of the way Transport Fever 2 does most of its bridges. Yeah. I would like some, more intelligent bridge stuff that you will, try not to do that. Well, like, recognize bridge intersections in, like, the same way that, like, diamonds do that with their, bits. I think the bridges should do the same. Like, it's like this section is diamond, so all of these, pillars should just, straighten out to follow the diamond rather than following the individual bits of track. I don't know, that'd be kind of nice. But anyway. So yeah, let's hope that I can get this one to go in. Oh, come on. Okay, so that bit's going in nicely, at least in that direction. See, let's see if I can get it any nicer going this way. That's not where I wanted you. Come on. There. Then we wanted that one, I believe. Yep. And let's see if this just works. I might have to go in and redo this bit and adjust it a little bit, but and it just works. So yeah, now the problem is we do still need, like, crossovers into each of these 3 bits now that we don't have the, massive set of X's there. I mean, I could, turn on those ones too as double slips, but I'm not going to. So I'm going to that one's going to be a double slip, because that goes from the right-hand track to the right-hand track and the right-hand track, and doesn't connect to any of the left-hand tracks, at least not directly. And then this one is the same the other way. It goes from this left-hand track to that left-hand track and that left-hand track. And then this one goes to that right-hand track, but it can also cross through that double slip to that right-hand track. The same with this one for the 2 left-hand tracks. So we don't have to... Okay, I thought I said you were going to be a double slip. Yeah, apparently it is a double slip, it's just not displaying as one. Hello? Okay. That's interesting. Lovely. Let's desperately hope that this works. So I'm just going to take out all 4 tracks there. I'm just going to try putting them back in and see if that fixes it. So will you work now? Yes, there we go. Now it works. You know what? I think I might go ahead and just... Yep, I was gonna say, we know this bridge is gonna be a nightmare. So I'm gonna see if I can just, you know, electrify it now. So that, like, I usually don't like, you know, unnecessary electrification. But I think in this case, I should have just left the catenaries on because I don't want to ever have to mess about with this bridge again. There we go. So I'm not going to do like the whole thing electrified, but just like anything that's, you know, close to all this switching, I'm just going to go right on ahead and electrify. This is just... We all know that this is going to, you know, wind up with bits of it over constrained. It's just going to be a problem. So we may as well just do that, and now everything is fine. Okay, so we now have our bridge all set up, and theoretically everything can get to all of the tracks, although we need crossovers in that bit, and that bit. Hopefully I can squeeze them all in. Okay. See if it goes in the other way. Okay, so that one went in. Let's see, does this one go in? Goes in that way. Does it go in the other way? Yes, it does. And that one's got plenty of room, so with any luck, it won't be a problem. Hopefully I didn't just jinx myself with that one. And... yes! Boom! And I'm going to go ahead and just put in the catenary now so I don't have to do it later. And that should be that bridge sorted. So, and look, the little error pop-up went away. We are now officially connected. Let's see. Is anything doing anything stupid that I didn't anticipate? So yeah, all of those are just going straight through as intended. That one is just going straight through. So yeah, that gray one is doing exactly what I'd hoped. And so is that pink one and the pale one. Yeah, and we have fairly even usage on both sides of the bridge. Obviously, you know, we have more going into the freight than into the passenger, but that's to be expected. And let's get in some signals. And with any luck, this will just work. So yeah, we'll get in our incoming signals. And I don't think I'm gonna... And the real question is, do I want to put in clearing signals? Yeah, I wish they had like a dedicated clearing signal that was only to be used as a clearing signal. That like... It like... how do I phrase it? Like, you know, like I could put a signal like right there, but engines couldn't, like, you know, pull up to that signal. But when they cleared that signal, they could, for instance, go like through that way. Does that make, if that makes any sense? But anyway, I got all 4 bits of that blocked off coming in. And then I think I'm going to do similar here. Actually, no, I'm not, because... No, actually, no, if I have one pulling in there... No, we've got them up there. So yeah, that should be good now. I said tentatively. No. I don't think there's much of anything to do but hit play and pray that nothing completely falls apart. Again. See, I think we're just going to watch this bridge for a while and make sure that it does just work. So, I've had the Todd Howard "it just works" meme stuck in my head today. But, and it makes sense that stuff's going to be stopped at signals at the moment, because we've got, like, a ton of backlog traffic trying to cram itself through this bridge junction right now. And there just isn't too much we can do about that. Yeah. One thing I could do is, like, put in a connection from, like, there and there. I don't think I could manage to do, like, a full bypass thing, because I need room for those diamonds on those 3, but I might be able to get in, like, a single one just for the one track. Let them, you know, get out a little quicker from the passenger station and in a little quicker to the cargo. Let's see. How hard would... Yeah, and I could probably even get that in potentially before any of that switching. That would certainly speed stuff up a bit. Let's go ahead and see. I'll put that in there right before that switch and just see. Nope. Yeah, didn't think so, but worth a shot. Yeah, and that's what makes this better than the other one, is that both of these guys have, you know, 2 separate double slips, one for coming in and one for going out. And with the original design, they were like, that one would be coming in through that one, while this one was trying to shove its way out through that one. And that's not going to work. So yeah, I think one of the biggest things that we need to do right now for this map is just let this run a little bit, let the stuff, you know, even out a little bit, and let some of the backlog catch up. And then we can go in and check out the rates and see, you know, what needs to be upped in the rate, what needs to be downed a little. I also want to put that signal back in. Can't use the same one that was there originally that got deleted with the bridge, but I can still put in one of the newer semaphores. Why not? I'll put in another block there. Just because. There we go. Now, why did I make that 5 tracks there? Oop. Okay, so let's see. So you and you are squaring off to get into the same place. That's a simple problem. That signal. Oops. Should not be that direction. We want to let them out. Let them pull up to get out, not in. There we go. And I'm guessing those guys are about to pop their error up again. Well, we're in a bit of a pickle. Okay, so I think what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to flip that one. And that one, maybe. Okay, apparently those two are both saying no path. But I need to get that guy out of the way. Okay. Let's see if I can do some sneakies. So, if I flip him around so that his end is over there, and then I get rid of that little bit, he should, yeah, there we go. So he snaps that way. And then I play. Okay, so yeah, now that guy's stuck waiting. But as soon as he's done, he'll go out, and then I can put that bit of track back in and re-flip that one. Hopefully. We have to wait for that guy there to get at least onto that switch. Oh, that's a problem. Sorry, just a moment. I have somebody calling. Hey, well, pretty good, but I'm trying to do a streaming thing right now. Okay, sure. Bye. Okay, so that call was both good and bad because, firstly, interruption's not good, but secondly, it did actually remind me of something that I had meant to discuss a little bit. No, we don't want that line. We want this one. Come on. Okay, so we need to manage these vehicles and modify, because that one's now. Yeah, that's this. Okay, so let's just see. Are there any other ones on that line that are that long? Because if that's the only really long one, let's see, 159, 231, 231, 343, 161. No, yeah, there are a couple others on that line that are pretty long. Okay, let's see. Okay, so let's see, what's that one? No, not that one. We want the white line that's coming into that station. Let's see. No, that's another really long one. So that one does need its full platform. Yeah, we're just honestly running out of space at this station. And I don't have any good underground station mods. Okay. So, for now, I need to set that as a double slip. Hopefully they won't all just pass through that. Okay, so yeah, we are having some of them just pass through that one, which I don't want them doing. But just to get that one out, I think we need to. Although, for now, he's scrunched up. So you're going into there. Okay, so you can stay. I actually need to pause for a moment. Oh, and of course now you've squashed into there. But you'll get out, and that's gotta do for now. And theoretically, if nothing else comes in and screws up what I'm trying to get done here. I mean, this is the problem, is we've got, this massive active rail network that's all trying to get through this, busy, high-capacity line. And we're trying to, sort out the situation at the same time. That's just a recipe for disaster. I think that I'm going to just take that one, and I'm just going to tell you, just wait, just hold up the line there. Let's not have more stuff coming into the station that way. And you two just stop. We are not having any more inbound trains until I get this whole fiasco sorted. passenger train is long enough to cut off the switch. No, yeah, no, passenger trains aren't usually that long. Yeah, I'm gonna, listen, as soon as we finish this map, when I start a new one, I'm gonna give myself so much more room for a proper goods yard. Okay, so what train are you actually? Probably that one. No, we have not reconnected that, so you shouldn't be waiting for that train. Jeez. You know, I don't much like this solution, but I think what I'm gonna need to do is start just grabbing trains and saying, yeah, just send stuff to the depot, get it off the line. Oh. So you're coming in that way. You should be able to go there. And yeah, no, you should absolutely be able to get to the depot. What do you mean? Okay. Okay, so that's all connected. Up through there. Up through into that switch. And then cross that if you would have to, or preferably just, yeah, no, you have there's no way you have no path to that. Or do you just need to back up a little bit? You know what? I'm just gonna temporarily, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to just, I don't know, I've got to just, jeez. Because yeah, I really don't want to, just sell stuff and start over on any of my lawns. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, dear. What did I just level? Definitely something. Fortunately, I didn't, destroy half of there. Okay, so I'm gonna guess from where it jump cut to, that I destroyed like a tree or something. Hopefully not a piece of... Nope, judging by that, I definitely destroyed a piece of critical... Oh no, never mind, that's just this fiasco. Nope, nothing new here. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take this train here, and then I'm gonna grab the depots, and I'm just going to take that train that's on line 37. I'm just gonna temporarily stick it onto this depot train. Just get it out the way. And I didn't actually tell it to modify. Yeah, I need some of this stuff just off of the tracks and out of the way, because this is a absolute mess. So let's see. So that's you out of the way. And we're going to put that back in. Okay, and yeah, and I want to have you paused and you paused. Okay, so that should just run you on into the station. And then when you get there out of the way, I'm going to pause you as well. And you're just going to sit there for a little bit. Stay nice and out of the way while I get this absolute disaster sorted. Okay, so you are going into there. Okay, so let's see, how long of a train are you? Because if you and all the other ones on your line are fairly short, which you do appear to be, I could potentially swap you out for that one, that black line there that's been giving me so much grief. So let's see. Yeah, both of those are fairly short. So if I go into there and I switch those two lines, switch which platforms they are going to. Okay, so line 54 is now going to be going into Terminal 1. And line 22 is going to go into Terminal 7. And then I'm going to turn that off before it causes me problems. And then you can now go. Okay, you're waiting for free path. What are you even waiting for? Okay, we have definitely got something horrifically gridlocked somewhere. Okay, so I think what's happening here is this guy has technically already rounded the bend there. So I might be able to get him sorted by just removing and replacing that signal if I'm lucky. Because usually placing a signal will snap a train off of that spot. And nope. Of course. Okay, let's try. Delete that. That should force you. There we go. Now you definitely snap back. And now if we reconnect that. No, you're snapping onto that again. Oh, did I Okay, no, so yeah, you are still supposed to be going in that way. Yeah, because all the cargo stuff is going through that. Hey, okay, so yeah, now he's moving. Okay, so yeah, and then he can go through. Yeah, he's another one on that line that had the really long train that was giving me the problems. Now that one will pull forward. And that one's going into there, which has a platform length of 3 sections is 120 plus a bit, so probably like 160-ish is what that can handle. And this guy is not even close to that. So that's fine. Hopefully that's fine. And I think we're going to hold that train off of line 37 for a little while. Keep him in the depot. And we'll put him back on once we know that this is running a bit stable. Okay, let's go ahead and crank up the speed. At least until this gets itself into another tangle. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if it weren't for the fact that I absolutely 100% inflicted this entirely on myself at every step of the process, I would be annoyed. But as it is, I'm the one who decided to make the map with the peninsula. I'm the one who decided to put my massive station all the way up the skinny bit. I'm the one who didn't put on enough platforms. Yeah, I would like to try and find a underground stations mod that doesn't wind up breaking everything. I found one, but as soon as I tried to load the game with it, it just all crashed horrifically. Well, actually, we're probably hitting the point where my elevated stations mod is available. So I could, like, for instance, rip out, you know, some of the platforms on this passenger station, like an elevated one over the city somewhere, but I'd rather not. Okay, so after this autosave, we'll let this keep on going for a little while and keep an eye on this area. See what else I screwed up horribly. Well, I actually did already notice a thing. So we do need a signal there so that the passenger trains can pull up right to the Insanity Junction here and then just nip through real quick when they get a chance. Because we do have a couple of passenger trains that come from there. Let's see, and there's probably only like, let's see. I'm just trying to see if there are any places that I can, you know, bypass bits of that. But, you know, more trains get through. It also helped if my computer wasn't lagging so hard. Okay, I think we're getting close to clearing the backlog. Although we have saying that. That being said, we have a ton of backlog up here. And let's see, I'm betting you all of that is, yeah, that is just that line 37. You know, I might just take line 37 and, like, stop it, like, over here. Make a separate station just for that one line. And then hook it up to a ship and then ferry it across. Just because I think that's, like, just pulling this up and looking at, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trains, one of which is that super massive one that was giving me all that trouble. Oh, although that's probably a bigger bit of the problem, is that I froze one of the... Yeah, that would probably do it. Oh, no. Okay, hopefully once that one gets out of the way, which... Yeah, hopefully once that one gets out of the way, that one can get out. And that one can get out. And then those ones can get in. Now that I don't have, you know, a line 37 train just, you know, sat in there holding up the busiest platform on the station. That was kind of dumb of me. Yeah, with any luck, this should free up, and then it should stay freed up for a while. Yeah, and if that is the real issue with line 30, with that line 37 there, is that I, you know, left a train sitting on the platform, and not that it's, you know, just too much for the tracks to handle. Okay, so yeah, we got that guy's getting out of the way. And then once he's out of the way, line 37 should start moving again. Oh, jeez. Yep, there we go. That's that one moving. And that guy should be able to pull in now. As soon as that one gets out of the way. Maybe. Nope. Because that one's going to go first. Of course, the one on the, you know, not particularly busy track is going to go first and cut off the one that's holding, you know, 1, 2, 3, at least 3 more trains backed up behind it. Of course. And that one is probably just going to go... Nope. Oh, you know, yeah, it is. It's just going to, you know, plow straight on through and head on into the, passenger station. Yeah, that's what it's called. Now, yeah, there we go. Okay. Yep, the Insanity Junction is only getting worse. But see, I would say this is, if I can get all the kinks sorted out of it, a definite improvement on what I had last time. Because funneling, you know, that much traffic through a single double slip switch, not a good idea. And there is an engine there, it's just the one that the text it's just the one that the model fades out at a distance. And it's a shame because that is actually a really pretty engine, and I do like that one. But I mean, just, you know, a graphical error is not going to stop me from using that engine. But it's still just annoying that that engine that I like does have a notable graphical error. Yeah. I might need to, you know, start rather than funneling everything into that main rail yard, start having, you know, a couple of different ones on either side and then funneling things into the main city via ship. I don't know. Yeah, I definitely think that in the next map, firstly, I think I'm going to do a on one of the island ones rather than the river one, but secondly, I think I'm going to do my main station as a terminus, which is going to, you know, mean I can't do the two-sided thing, but as you can see, when the trains start getting longer, that becomes more trouble than it's worth. Although I could still do the two-sided, but just make it stupidly big. But either way, I think I am going to do, you know, a stupidly big terminus. And I'm going to try and actually, at least for the passenger, but probably for the whole thing, just, you know, probably in both directions, do like the, you know, thing like that, where like, you know, you come in and then you loop around and you go back out, so that I can, you know, work that into my main city right from the get-go. And actually be able to, you know, turn my trains around and have, you know, them traveling in the correct direction for the whole journey without flipping over. Because as I said, I don't like the flipping. It bothers me. But, you know, as I said, I don't exactly have room to implement it properly in this map. I still have the flipping as turned off as I can. I have a mod that mostly turns it off. But, you know, that just winds up with, you know, a bunch of high-speed passenger trains running backwards because I can't, you know, I don't exactly have room for trains to come in here and turn around and go out. And I don't have room for, you know, the triangles, and those would slow stuff down even more. But, yeah. I would love to be able to do things like, you know, instead of flipping, like, you know, have the engine actually, like, you know, leave the cars in the track, decouple, run around, couple back on, and then pull out. You know, things like that for, like, realistic railway stuff. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's something that would be reasonable or not, but I would love to see somebody implement some of that kind of stuff. Just... Okay, why are you not... Oh, okay, so you... okay, so no, it's not that you, haven't pulled all the way in, it's that you're waiting for somebody else before you pull out. Which is... What are you even waiting for? Oh. I think you are just barely still not past that signal. No, that's a signal going the other way. So no, you wouldn't be hurting this. Wow. Okay, so yeah, so you are there, but I guarantee you there's a switch before that coming out. Or is there? No, there's one right there. Coming out. Yeah, that wouldn't be stopping you. Okay, so it has to be something between those two signals in that block. And that block also, by virtue of this junction being a freaking mess, includes a whole bunch of this stuff. It includes all of that up to there. There's nothing in that. This block also, because stupid, includes up to that. There's nothing there. And it includes a bunch of that mess. But there's nothing there. You know what? In the words of the Spiffing Brit, I think that this section, this is completely and utterly borked. I can't come up with a better description for it. Yeah. I think I've just gotten this station so completely entangled. Okay, okay, I clearly am just not able to see the problem right now, so I'm gonna put this out to the audience, okay? Do you want me to A, just give up and start a new map? B, continue smashing my head against this problem until I succeed? C, take just all of the trains, put them back in the depots, and just redo practically all of the lines. Like, just redo, you know, everything that goes into that cargo station to just optimize it and make sure that it'll all actually work. Yeah, I think those are the three. Or D, give up on having a train station here and instead have a train station here and a train station here and just ferry between them with ships. So yeah, those are the choices. I am going to leave it up to you guys on the internet, because at the very least this is going to take a whole lot more figuring out to do, and at worst I'm just totally screwed here. So yeah, I think I'm gonna leave this up to you guys and sign off early, because I'm gonna need help deciding how to even approach this. Like, I may have just, you know, especially with, you know, trying to keep this water navigable, I may have just bitten off more than I can chew with, you know, this mess. Like, this is the problem with, you know, trying to do a massive rail yard type thing on a small sized map. It does not fit nicely. Like, to be perfectly honest, you know, this junction alone should be about as, like, that big. But anyway, I think I am just going to sign off And oh, that's right. The thing that I was going to talk about that interrupting call reminded me of. So I have a bit of a confession to make. So there is a very good reason that I've not made any videos this week. And that reason was I started investigating Dwarf Fortress to see if I could make it actually work in videos. And then after I realized that I was not bad enough for it to be funny, but also not good enough for it to be impressive, I just kind of kept playing Dwarf Fortress. So yeah, I probably, Monday through Thursday this week, I probably average about 8 or 9 hours a day of Dwarf Fortress. So yeah, sorry. Anyway, I guess I will see you guys